Well, guys, I was sort of right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in a previous video, I said that Nintendo would be dumb if they don't advertise a new Mario game alongside the Mario movie. And while that technically hasn't come to fruition, Nintendo has been teasing a new Mario game in the fact that Miyamoto has been on interviews advertising for the Mario movie, and he has said that there's potentially a new Mario game coming out soon. And well, according to this article, they say that Shigeru Miyamoto is strongly hinting that a new Mario game might be revealed in a new upcoming Nintendo Direct, as you can tell from the title here. So, in an interview with Variety, held in honor of the theatrical release of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Shigeru Miyamoto hinted that a new Super Mario game may be well in the works. In response to a question on the future of the Super Mario series, Miyamoto gestured enigmatically and answered with an almost knowing laugh. Well, all I can say is please stay tuned for Nintendo Directs. Well, he didn't explicitly say it, but he is strongly inferring it. He is strongly inferring that a new Mario game may be revealed in a new Direct. And that is incredible. I'm excited. Further on, it says it has been 2 years since the launch of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and while Nintendo has released several series spin-offs in this time, fans are more eager than ever to see the mustachioed plumber in an all-new mainline outing, which arguably he has not had since 2017 Super Mario Odyssey. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, the last original Mario title was Bowser's Fury, which again was more of just a side mode. It was a fun mode, but it wasn't fully fleshed out. So, and while I'm on the topic of Bowser's Fury, I kind of think that they're going to take that kind of direction, you know, the open world 3D art style. I mean, 2D is not out of the realm of possibility, but with the fact that there's been so little inspiration and it seems like they've just completely shelved the 2D Mario series. I mean, sure, it sells very well, but one of the biggest complaints with the new Super Mario Bros. Series is it just felt like the same game over and over and over again. So maybe if they did something along the lines of like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze or like Shantae, something like that, where it's a little more dynamic and the environment is a little more fluid instead of just being static, and maybe just more than just slight aesthetic upgrades and slight upgrades to the music, like an actual fleshed out 2D Mario game. I mean, the thing that made the original 2D game sell so well was that they innovated on each other. Like Super Mario Bros. 2. While I know the story that it was originally Doki Doki Panic in Japan and that they just reskinned that to be Super Mario Bros. 2 in the States, it still set a precedent because people reacted positively towards it. Yes, it was different, but it had fun gameplay, and it was just a radically different thing. And that set it up for Super Mario Bros. 3, which many people consider to be the pinnacle of gaming. It's one of the greatest games ever made, and it set the standard for Mario games, 3D and 2D alike. So maybe if they can do something like that, if they can innovate on what they've done with the 2D games, maybe they can actually do something here. But I feel the 3D Mario games are the way to go. I feel that they are going to do something along the lines of Bowser's Fury, just more Bowser's Fury. I mean, if they had just added on to what they already had for Bowser's Fury, it could legitimately be a fleshed out, fully realized game worth $60 or $70, depending on how Nintendo is going to do their new price structure, which I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue on and see what else they have to say. Okay, During an interview with IGN held in February this year, Miyamoto reassured fans that Nintendo is always working on Mario, but the company has revealed nothing concrete as yet. Further, it is not known exactly when the next flagship Nintendo Direct will be broadcast. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, sometimes they do their own individual directs. Mostly it's in February and in September, so kind of to cap the year off. But, you know, I mean, we saw like a little Tears of the Kingdom thing, but that wasn't technically a direct. They might have something further to really show off the game for Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm not going to go on that. But it would make sense for Mario because Mario fans are hungry. We saw the Mario movie and we're just like, yes, we want Mario. Yes, we want more Mario. I mean, so many people were saying that immediately after the games, they went home and played Mario. I was something in the similar vein, except I really didn't. Instead, I actually went on and started playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 because I'm just a weird retro gamer like that. You know, I play these weird games that I like. So, you know, sue me. That's how I am. Either way, people are starving for new Mario product. They are. And I guarantee you, if they had released a Mario game before the Mario movie came out, you're goddamn right that would probably be the best-selling Mario game of all time. Because people see the movie, they're like, holy crap! And then immediately go over to the games and be like, holy crap! Yes, Mario! But, you know, that's in a theoretical world, and that hasn't happened, obviously. We're still starving for a Mario game. But let's continue on here. While Nintendo tends to pepper various directs of various sizes throughout the year, like I said, like they go to say, they do partner showcases to presentations of a singular focus. Yes, like Pokemon notoriously has their own sort of direct thingy. You know, I don't know if it's technically a direct, but they do it anyway. It's in a similar vein going on. If the frequency of previous broadcasts is any indication, then the next big Nintendo Direct could be as late as August. Realistically, with Nintendo currently focused on the impending launch of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Miyamoto himself occupied with the release of Illumination Entertainment's The Super Mario Bros. Movie, not to mention the upcoming Pikmin 4, there is no guarantee that the next Super Mario game will necessarily be revealed in the very next Nintendo Direct. That is an interesting sentiment because they are right. They are technically right. Miyamoto has been very occupied with the Mario movie and Pikmin 4, so he's been up to his ears in doing stuff. So there's no guarantee that they could make a new Mario game. But then again, they don't necessarily need Shigeru Miyamoto supervising all the way through. I feel like they can work relatively autonomously from him. That being said though, I know he does like to supervise and make sure that the Mario games are as pristine as possible. He doesn't like to leave them in a state that's not to his fitting, so to speak. Miyamoto's wording does, after all, leave open the possibility that may still be a few Nintendo Directs yet before Mario's new outing is fully unveiled. Maybe he's just stating that you should stay tuned for Nintendo Directs just because, you know, there's a chance. He just wants you to watch Nintendo Directs. I mean, he is a Nintendo representative after all. It would make sense for him to do something like this. To not have a Mario game at least released by the end of the year seems like a foolish sin, especially since we've been front-loaded with Nintendo content, but we've had nothing of what's going to come at the end of the year, which is probably the most important time of the year for most of these developers, because they like to throw out their products for the holiday season so that kids and, you know, people will snatch these things up and they'll get tons of sales. You know, and also, you know, to please the shareholders before the end of the year, before Q4. Okay, going on, with Universal Studios Hollywood having officially opened its Super Nintendo World area as of February 17th this year, the Super Mario Bros. New movie is now screening in theaters, and now the tease of a new Super Mario title 2023 is shaping up to be a sizable year for the so-called Koopa Stomper. Yes, that is true. That's what I'm saying. They have the Mario movie. They had the opening of Super Nintendo World, which right now, as of right now, is just Mario themed. It would be foolish, incredibly, stupidly dumb if Nintendo weren't to capitalize on all this Mario momentum and not put out a new Mario game. I don't want them to rush out a product and have it be inferior. We kind of saw how that ended up with Super Mario Sunshine, as the GameCube wasn't performing as hot as it should, so they kind of pushed production along with Mario Sunshine, so it wasn't as polished as it could be. Still a very interesting and fun game, but it could have been more polished. So far that seems to be all that they've said. It's just Miyamoto is just teasing a new Super Mario game. Based on his reaction to the question, kind of sounds like he's like, yeah, there is something in the works. We're gonna have something out soon for you. I, it just, it makes sense. I want there to be a new Mario game. I really do. I love the Mario franchise. I love everything about it, you know. I loved the Super Mario movie. I loved all of the new Super Mario games, despite the fact that they all were similar. And, you know, I mean, the game that really got me into gaming was Super Mario World, which is why I go back and I'm just look at it so fondly. It's just such a pristine game. It was so fun. And just Mario, yeah, has shaped my childhood. So please, I'm hoping that they do. So what do you guys think that Shigeru Miyamoto is saying here? What do you think about a potential new Mario game coming in or at the end of 2023? Hit me up in the comments down below. Hit like, subscribe, and hit that little ding dong bell. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.